Hello and welcome. I'm happy to see many familiar faces and some new sponsors are here too. We are glad you were able to join us today for EFAC's Lunch and Learn. My name is Kayla Lawson and I'm EFAC's Sponsor Program Manager. With me today is Charity Mora, EFAC's Program Officer for the High School Scholars in Kenya. We also have Jared Vincent joining us later on. He's an EFAC scholar who graduated from high school in 2022. We're so glad that you can share this time with us to learn a bit about EFAC's sponsor program and hear directly from people impacted by our work. Our vision as an organization is to develop leaders and change makers. EFAC provides an education to employment program for bright, disadvantaged Kenyan youth to foster leadership, economic opportunities, and social progress. So why do we do this? Over a third of Kenyans, about 18 million, live in extreme poverty and survive on less than $2 per day. In addition, free public education in Kenya ends at 8th grade, and most families cannot afford tuition in high school and beyond. As a result, less than 50% of children continue their education after 8th grade, and only a small percentage of those go to college. Without access to quality education, the cycle of poverty continues for many.
Hi, everyone. Now let us look at the EFAC model. Education is the foundation of economic mobility, and since 2008, EFAC has provided scholarships to access quality education through an 8-year program, that is high school to post-secondary. Since girls in Kenya are less likely to be encouraged to stay in school, we maintain a 2-to-1 girls to boys ratio to counterbalance access. We partner with boarding schools across the country to accommodate our scholars who are drawn from different parts of the country, and students go to post-secondary with EFAC support. That is according to their career paths. The 8-year program is holistic in nature, providing academic advising, leadership, personal and professional development, reproductive health, mental wellness, as well as career preparation and planning. Now we're going to play a video from one of our contact teachers, Mr. Kimani, who supports the EFAC scholars attending Nevasha Girls School. He has a few words to share about the impact of EFAC's program.
I love EFAC, and my perception about EFAC is very positive and very different, because I speak from a standpoint of being a son of a woman, that is my mother, who did not get an opportunity to go through education. And she had to drop off at some point, actually in the lower primary school. So the path that I have walked myself, I like my life and I celebrate what I do, but I know that the journey I have walked would have been shorter and better if my mom was empowered academically. So I look at EFAC as a program that has given an opportunity to a student who would not have gotten an opportunity to learn. And this precious opportunity has rescued them from a lot, will equip them to have their own lives changed and also the lives of other people. It's evident that lives are being transformed. They really appreciate the opportunities given. They value giving back to others, holding someone's hand as it has happened to them. So it's not just passing on knowledge, but I see values being inculcated in the learners that have gone through the EFAC program. Yeah. One thing I've realized about EFAC is that EFAC is sensitive in producing a holistic scholar. Not just giving them a platform to learn, like we've paid your school fees, you go to school and produce grades. They understand about the dynamics of life, because if a learner is given an opportunity to go through schools and the only concern is the academic programs and the result slips and the result that they produce, they will not be equipped to face life, because you understand that there are so many things that come in life that require you to solve matters and approach issues and build your own life and just have a holistic approach to life. EFAC has not been silent about what is going on in the world, contemporary issues, the modernities of the 21st century student, the challenges and the dynamics in the society. They have come in to talk about mental wellness. They have come in to talk about HIV and AIDS. They're able to illuminate a student's life not only to see the career choices and the academic excellence, but also to be equipped and a platform to ask questions about LGBTQ, about their sexuality, about their dreams. I mean, a counselor is engaged here, another professional is engaged to talk about careers. EFAC has really produced and is in the process of producing people who are whole. First of all, thank you so much for everybody that has been part of this, and every contribution in terms of monetary resources, in terms of skills and expertise, time and everything. And I would actually say that we live to impact the lives of others. That's the only thing we have to celebrate, making a difference in the life of another person. That is what gives joy in the life of a person eternally. So we live to share, we live to give, we live to touch lives, and that's the highest level of fulfillment. And that is actually what is happening right at the very heart of EFAC.
Wow. We hope you've really enjoyed that video from our teacher, Mr. Kimani. Just like he has said, the EFAC model has proven to be impactful and transformative. Now I am a beneficiary of this program, and I am going to share with you my story. I hope you'll enjoy it. Well, my EFAC journey began when I was in grade 8, and my teacher handed me the application form. I applied and got accepted into the program. EFAC enabled me to study at Vanessa Grand Girls, a prestigious secondary school, and later at Kenyatta University, where I pursued a degree in gender and development studies. While at it, I had EFAC mentors who provided guidance holistically. Through this, I became passionate about mentoring young people and decided to give back to EFAC as a mentor. I would say that my commitment in the mentoring program opened doors for me. Well, just maybe. In 2018, there was an opportunity in the high school program, and the team could not think of a better person to fill in the position other than myself. I am the program officer for the high school program, and I've been doing so for almost 5 years now. Through EFAC, I have not only been able to support the EFAC beneficiaries in the program, but I've also been able to support my siblings' education and also support the boys and girls in my community through mentorship. Being a beneficiary and working for EFAC is fulfilling and rewarding. I want to keep making a difference in this field. I hope you've enjoyed my story. Our innovative approach to supporting the whole students has broken the cycle of poverty for over 900 young adults. Some of these outcomes include 98% of EFAC scholars continue their education after high school, compared to 44% nationally. 100% of EFAC scholars participate in community service projects and are paired with professional mentors. 89% of EFAC alumni are employed or continuing with education. Now I'll hand it over to Kayla.
Thanks, Charity. The sponsor program is foundational in supporting these outcomes, and we are grateful to have a robust and growing sponsor community. The sponsor program covers the cost of tuition, uniforms, books, and other miscellaneous school-related needs, which is the key to getting scholars started on their transformational journey. Charity, we'd like to welcome Jared Vincent. You want to kick off the questions for Jared?
Sure, I'd love that.
Thanks.
Karibu sana, Jared Vincent. We are happy to have you join us to share your journey. Can you please introduce yourself and let people know what your plans are? Vincent, we can't hear you.
Sorry for that. Thank you, Charity. My name is Jared Vincent. I'm an EFAC scholar from the class of 2022. I am currently a gap year student. Before starting my studies at Brandeis University in the fall, during my gap year, I'm interning with the Education for All Children Kenyan office. I am really gaining a lot of experience in various fields. With a passion and interest in health and technology, I would like to pursue a major in computer science and biology when I begin my studies at Brandeis. Thank you.
That's interesting. Wish you all the very best. It's exciting to hear about your next chapter. Could you let us know your hometown and desire, the environment? What led you to EFAC? We are curious.
Oh, I was born in Migori County. It is one of the counties in Kenya, one of the 47 counties in Kenya. It is found in the southwestern part. It is greeny with rivers flowing rapidly throughout the year. It is prosperous agriculturally. However, I have spent most of my years in Kayole, one of the hoods in Nairobi. It's a slum. How I got into EFAC was through my unofficial guardian, who had taken my siblings and myself after my father had passed away in 2015. I was performing well, and he was assured that I would perform really well in my final exams. And he began looking for ways in which I could attend a school that could suit my performance. He was introduced to EFAC by one of his pastor friends, and I was able, he was handed the EFAC application form, and I applied and passed my exams, and I was able to join EFAC. And since then, my journey with EFAC has been really interesting.
All right, that's great. That's really interesting, Vincent. To our sponsors, EFAC scholars attend boarding schools for their high school years across Kenya. Jared Vincent, where did you attend high school, and what was the boarding school experience like?
I attended a high school located not very far from my hometown. It is called Kanga High School. It is one of the top performing national schools in the country. One of the challenges I faced was the transitioning phase, which was quite hard for me since I had been in a day's primary school. High school life had been fun. I got to enjoy, attended a lot of functions held by the school, which made my experience to be great. And through high school, I got to make lifelong friends. I also got to be exposed, and I learned a lot, emotional intelligence and professional development by EFAC that has helped me to overcome a lot of challenges that I faced in life and also in my school. Yeah.
All right, I'm happy to say that I'm your friend. I hope I am. Yeah.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Well, over the years, you have been a mentee and a mentor. Can you describe the importance of peer mentors at EFAC in your experience, that is?
Since joining the EFAC organization, it's been my joy to be a mentor. And one of the reasons that I've really enjoyed this is because of the ability of the mentors to relate to the mentees' problems, because they have gone through such challenges. And when I was a mentee, I got to entrust one of my mentors with my problem, and he understood what I was going through, and I was able to get aid. I found a confidant and also a role model that guided me throughout all that I needed to do in life. Through mentorship, I've been able to build my confidence. I have had to come out of my comfort zone and interact with and train the student. I've been able to gain a lot of experience and also hone some of the skills that I have.
All right, that's interesting. Thank you so much for sharing your story. Kayla, do you want to take it up from here?
Yes, thanks, Charity. So one of the most transformative parts of the sponsor program is the cultural exchange and connection that's fostered through letter writing. Sponsors and students write to one another throughout the year, sharing about their lives, their dreams, successes, and challenges. Jared Vincent, you've now written letters for 4 years with your sponsor. What have you enjoyed most about that process?
Letter writing was interesting and fun for me. I am good at writing and I enjoy writing. And this gave me an opportunity to sharpen this skill. And it sharpened my skills in preparation for the future. And it is interesting that I have an interest in the United States, and my sponsor happened to be that informative. I asked a lot of questions and he informed me a lot about them. And through letter writing, I got an opportunity to learn more about the country while in high school. And I admire to join a college in the United States. Yeah, and I also got to bond with my sponsor. He was interesting and good too.
That's really great to hear. Thanks for sharing.
Oh.
Great. Kayla, I'd also like to share my experience in as far as letter writing is concerned. And that is also interesting, Vincent. Well, letter writing was a great experience for me too. It helped me improve my written and spoken English, which was not very good before. I know many other students in the program who benefited from it as well. But the most rewarding part was the bond I formed with my sponsor through our letters. I'm grateful to God for my sponsor, who always replied to my letters and gave me something to look forward to. She was a source of support and guidance for me, especially in my studies. Even though I'm now grown up and working, she still mentors me and cares about me. I think this amazing relationship was possible because of letter writing, despite the distance. Now, as a program officer, I see how letter writing helps our students. They can communicate clearly, ask questions, learn new things, and most importantly, develop a great relationship with their sponsors. Yeah, that's my experience.
Thanks for sharing, Charity. It's nice to hear your experience as a student and now as a team member on the staff. We would now like to give all of our webinar participants the opportunity to ask some questions. If you have any questions, please drop them in the chat and we will review and start answering them. Before we get started on those questions, Jared Vincent, is there anything else you'd like to share about your experience as an EFAC scholar? Maybe a challenge you overcame or something that you learned that surprised you?
Becoming an EFAC scholar has been very transformative experience for me. I have had to, one of the challenges that I've had to overcome was adjusting to both the academic and the all-round expectation of the program. I have had to adapt to a new learning environment, manage my time effectively, and even develop effective study habits. Since the academics in primary school is not quite similar to that in high school. Through this, I've been able to develop resilience, adaptability, and have a commitment to my education that has really helped me to overcome the challenges. One of the lessons that I have learned is my ability to overcome any challenge. I am a quiet person, and I have had to come out of my comfort zone to participate in EFAC programs and activities. Yeah, and it has been a really nice experience for me.
Thank you for sharing. And I will say, I know you said you have been shy in the past and you're coming out of your shell. I think you appear to be very confident and well-spoken. So bravo, good job.
Thank you.
So one question that we have is for Charity. Charity, how are students selected for EFAC's program?
Wow, that's a nice question, Kayla. The first step is the application process where the interested candidates apply while in grade 8. And as soon as they submit the filled application forms, the EFAC Kenyan team reviews them just to establish the level of need and also their commitment. Afterwards, the successful students move to the next stage, which is the in-person interviews. We interview the applicants and the guardians just to confirm the details on the application form and also ask any questions that might have arisen in the review stage. The students who pass the interview and also pass in the national exam, they are considered for the scholarship. They are inducted to the program and they get placed in various schools that EFAC partners with in Kenya. I hope that was helpful for the team.
That's great. Thank you. Okay, this question is for Jared Vincent. What are you most excited about studying in the US? Are there any obstacles that you're anticipating?
What I'm excited to study in the US is computer science and biology. I'm interested in health and technology and the natural world. What some of the obstacles I anticipate to face, and I know I will overcome them, I can say, okay, racism maybe, but I know I will overcome it. And also adjusting to the new environment for sure. I know I can do it, so yeah.
Thank you, Jared Vincent. This question is to both of you. Thinking ahead to your future, do you have specific career aspirations, as you progress into your career and into the future? What are some of those dreams that you have?
Wow. Oh, that's an interesting question.
I know it's a very big question.
Wow, that's interesting. Well, okay. It's nice to reflect on this. I aspire to serve and contribute to the field of community development and social impact through service and leadership. I have a passion for making positive impact on the society and the world through my expertise in project management, monitoring and evaluation and mentorship. I would say that I enjoy working with the youths and helping them achieve their goals. I have learned a lot from working with different personalities and cultures, specifically here at the EFAC office. Well, in a nutshell, my ultimate goal is to change the world one community at a time. Yeah.
Wow, amazing, Charity. Okay, as I mentioned earlier, I'm interested in biology and in computer science. From where I come from, I'm privileged that the river Nairobi passes near our home. However, the river itself is not that quite clean to support our health. In fact, it is disastrous and hazardous to our health. Most of our community members fall ill from typhoid and other waterborne diseases and malaria. And what I believe that I can make a great impact in the community, my country, and the world. I'm interested in community health, and thus I would like to use my knowledge in biology and my skills in computer studies to solve these challenges that are really, really facing my community and is quite endangering some of the members of my community.
Thank you both. Do we have any other questions from our webinar guests? If you have any, you can pop it into the chat and we can ask Charity and Jared Vincent. One last question that I have for both of you is, I know received mentoring from EFAC, and I know that you also have mentored other students. Why do you mentor other students? Why is it important to you to do so?
Well, yeah, I think I can go first, Vincent, if you may allow me to do so.
Okay.
For me, I would say that just being in the program and having to experience the guidance from the mentors, especially the ones that have provided for us, I would say it was really beneficial to me, and I was so inspired by that. And I just sat down and I thought about it and was like, what about that student who doesn't have someone to talk to them about, life, about academics, about, everything. I mean, holistically. And I saw the need to walk the journey with someone else. especially here at EFAC, and not only in EFAC, I also have boys and girls that I mentor from my community. So I feel like everybody needs someone to hold their hand, to guide them, and so that they know what they should be expecting even as they go about life. And I think that's important. Just helping someone to know that they're not the first ones going through this, and they can lean on someone to guide them. So that was important to me. I would say that.
Great, Charity. Okay, one of the amazing things that I've learned from EFAC is paying forward. It is such an inspiration for me. Like there are a lot of people who look up to me, and for that, I'm quite a role model to many students in EFAC and also at home. So it is just from my heart to help these kids and enable them to reach where they want to reach and develop holistically and all in an all-round way. Sure.
Thank you. Okay, we have another question. This question is, do a lot of EFAC students study in the US? That's a great question. So actually the majority of our students go to post-secondary school in Kenya. There are a handful of students who attend school in the US and in other countries. And for those students, they have specifically applied for external funding that helps support them going to a university or college in the US or abroad. And Jared Vincent is one of those students. He's one of our stellar, very bright students who did very well his exam and his grades, and he qualified for a scholarship to place him in the US, which is very exciting. So congrats, Jared Vincent.
Thank you.
Before we go, I'd like to give a brief overview of our sponsor program, since I know we have some new people joining us today. Sponsoring an EFAC student is a 4-year commitment for the duration of secondary school, which is 4 years of high school. It is $1,000 per year for 4 years and covers the cost of tuition, uniforms, books, and miscellaneous school-related needs. Students enter the program in Form 1, and Charity noted earlier how students apply and are selected for our program. And Form 1 is the first year of high school, and they continue on for 4 years of school. You will have the opportunity to write students each school term if you're a sponsor, and you'll receive program updates through our sponsor program newsletter that we send out throughout the year. When students graduate from secondary school, you'll have the opportunity to continue to sponsor students in post-secondary if you're interested in doing so. I want to thank Charity and Jared Vincent again for sharing your experiences in EFAC's program. It really means a lot to hear directly from you, so thank you. And to all of our guests, thank you so much for joining us today. We hope that you've learned something new about EFAC's program and its impact. This year, we welcomed 100 new scholars in January. Please reach out if you'd like to sponsor a student. I can match you with a student in our program. You can also click the link in the chat to get started. That will take you directly to the commitment form, and you can sign up that way. If you have more questions, please reach out to me. You can also follow us on social media. You can go to our website to learn more, and you can also sign up for our newsletter where we have lots of great information about our students and program. Thank you so much for joining us. Have a great day.